Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we are now going to look back at some of the builds that beat me down, and we're going to revisit them. Maybe find a way to make them work just a little bit better. So before we get right into it, I do want to give a mention to the Rules of Contingency build that was given to me by Felix. That build actually I feel was more or less okay. I did obviously make it to the end with that build, but I just got caught out by being silly and forgetting that I had Evading Zephyr. But I mean, about the only thing I would change about that build is that I would maybe, instead of running Volt Disc, run Perforating Jet. That works out a lot better with Rules of Contingency. So I may still do that one in the near future, but as of right now, why don't we hop back into the idea of the all bubbles build? Now, if I recall correctly, and I know I do because I just looked it up, the original build was... I'm going to recreate it here so you guys can see what it was I was working with. Bubble Barrage. And for the signature, you had Aqua Breaker. So this is what we were working with originally. Now, my obvious issue with this is that two of the four Arcana were very random in their nature, and it made it difficult for me to work with it. Now, he says that he did use this build specifically with the retro floor plan and managed to do it multiple times. I say that's more of a testament to someone who is a good defensive player, and I can applaud that. It's just not my thing. So how would I alter this build while keeping true to the Bubbles theme? So I think I can change the two Arcana that gave me problems and turn this into a build that I can really sink my teeth into. So let's give that a try. Let's start by taking Bubble Blast and turn that into Wavefront. Now, that's still, bubble-like enough. It's a sphere of water, and to me, that's good enough. Like, if you're actually looking for, a scientifically accurate bubble that has a thin, soapy film that formulates a sphere, now you're just starting to get into, pedantic territory. And I would change this. Now, I had originally said Bouncing Bubble, but there's all sorts of things here that are bubble-like. Like, you could use Water Pulse Agent as an example. I said Bouncing Bubble, you could take Water Prison, Tidal Blast, Cascading Blitz, Binary Splashdown, Heroic Maelstrom, even though I don't like that one myself. Like, there's all sorts of options here that are pretty bubble-like, but for purposes of demonstration, we are going to... see, do I want to do that or do I want to do Tidal Blast? I think Tidal Blast is the better option. And even though I'm using Patience right now, I think I'll go back and switch it up to Vigor, because I don't want anyone to say that I'm altering too many things for the build. Alright. And now our build is less projectile based, but I still think starting at Atlas is probably our best bet for success. But for argument's sake, why don't I just go? No, I think we definitely start with Atlas. Let's eliminate the biggest problem we can run into, and anything else we can just handle along the way. And we are putting ourselves on the difficult path here because... both the twins and Freya are going to resist water, and since with this build you're only allowed to take water, we are definitely putting ourselves on the challenge path. Though of course we did not choose that for ourselves. The game decided to do that for us because, lol, aren't I just so random and funny, guys? Har 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 har. But the two changes that were made do something very specific. They offer a little bit more in the way of just raw stopping power. And they offer the build some consistency while still staying true to the Bubbles theme. Now, as far as activating Nev's Sapphire is concerned, I believe we can do that. We're just going to need to be a little bit more open to which Arcana we can take with us. Because if we're sticking to that Bubbles-only theme, then we're gonna have a hard time finding things that we can pick. So we're just going to have to be okay picking anything water elemental. Oh, smooth. Unfortunately, the only water elemental thing I'm seeing here is Calming Flow, and I do not care about that. Still, it is water elemental, so I'll pick it. And that's really unfortunate because there's Dr. Song, and in order to talk to her, at this point I would have to get rid of Tidal Blast, and that's one of my MVP picks. I'm not getting rid of Tidal Blast. What is Token of Luck? What is that doing? Who does that summon again? Nocturne. You know, he'll take the token, and then we have more options to pick from. That'd be a good way to try to line up what we're actually going for here. In case you're wondering why my aim looks... Okay. My controller is just having a ball forcing me to throw in random directions, it seems. Yes, this is absolutely why I wanted to come to Atlas first, to get crap like this out of the way now. It's not much of a damage increase, but whatever, let's take it. And we move on. hopefully you're understanding why I made the changes that I made. And I would like to stress that I don't in any way dislike Luke for the build that he came up with. It's just didn't work out for me. And hopefully you're understanding that this is something that's offering me a good deal more consistency, and that's why I'm picking it. Well, the Boots of Celerity are probably about the best pick there. But because of the limitations that I have to my range and things like that, I'm still having to play rather carefully. I can't just go nuts yet. Okay, well, we got Wavefront. And Cascading Blitz. Nice. Alright, so now let's see if he comes up with anything more usable for us than Calming Flow. Why, yes. Yes, he does. Alright, now we have something much more aggressive, and something with a good deal more range to play around with. Alright, so we've got some potentially unconventional picks for boosting our damage. Alright, I would very much like to not be drowning in elemental summoners anymore. They are the ones giving me the most problems. Alright, so I think I'm gonna grab the Tapping Gloves. Those will be the easiest to make use of because we've got easy access to Tapping Glove combos. By the way, for those of you wondering what Nev Sapphire is doing, it's reducing cooldowns and increasing healing. So now at this point what we need is something along the lines of the Royal Flush. Okay, I was trying to dash out of that, but the game said no. Okay, fair. And even now, I'm still kind of getting my butt kicked because I haven't had a lot of time to practice Wizard of Legend over the last couple of days. Alright, now the journey for something that'll increase my damage overall has begun. Obviously, the clear winner in that battle would be the Royal Flush at the moment. But just about anything would be nice. Okay, so we have access to some damage increase in Glass Cannon. I'm not ultra comfortable taking Glass Cannon with this particular build, but that could also just be the realist in me realizing that that not having practiced Wizard of Legend in the last couple of days is making me a little rusty. Also, tapping gloves isn't being nearly as helpful as I thought it would be. There. Alright. We're actually doing a good deal better, though, on this floor, so at least it seems like I'm doing a good deal better. I don't know, I could be very wrong about that. I'm trying to get the most use out of the tapping gloves as I can. It's gonna be a lot easier once I have both my basic upgraded and hopefully a little bit extra to work with. Like I would love to have something that would either boost my damage straight up or I'll grab that. I would love to have something that would either just straight up boost my damage or my critical hit chance. And yes, I do see the Covert Ops mask there. Yeah, that's what you get. And of course, she's going to offer me the upgraded Calming Flow because I so totally want that spell. That's what I was afraid was going to happen. I was going to take that, and then she was going to be like, oh, you want Calming Flow? And I have to sit here and be like, actually, no, that is the thing I really do not want. But I am going to buy it so that it doesn't show up again and ruin chances of other things showing up that I actually do want. See, I have 3 perfectly good and usable Arcana that I actually do want to upgrade on me. But of course, she's going to focus on the thing that I absolutely do not want and actually kind of hate. Why? Because lol, random humor value. Aren't I so funny, guys? Arr har har har. Game is really trying to take the piss out of me right now. And that's really painful for me because, as you all know, I love Aqua Arc, but until you get it upgraded, Aqua Arc scores very, very high on the meh scale. So now we need to hope on this next floor that Iris actually cooperates and decides not to essentially give me troll face in card form. The real irony to what's going on here is that I'm enjoying the build overall. Like I said, just making a couple of changes and making things a little bit snappier and a little bit less random does a lot for me. What I'm not liking is that Iris still wants to give me nothing but trouble. And that the game is going through lots of little troll face moments here that I'm getting a little perturbed about. Well, we are definitely seeing some very usable things here. I think between the two, I would rather have the Mercenary's Dagger. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely the right choice. Oh, so many things here to pick up that are actually helpful. I'm like kind of surprised. All right, we have now saved Iris for last. More than likely because she's going to be the one offering the least help, I'm betting. How much you want to bet she's going to sell me nothing but fire and lightning stuff and no upgrades for what I have? I mean, I was pretty much right. I was dead on the money. God damn it, I hate it when I'm right about things like that. I wanted that to be a joke. But apparently there are no jokes in Iris's world. She only sells two things, disappointment and fuckery. Alright, what a great start to a fight. And thanks. Only just now did I realize, oh, there's probably a wittier thing I could have said than fuckery, but you know what? Screw it. I'm leaving it in. I don't care. Alright, we've got 2 more chances for Iris to redeem herself before we officially write her off as a lost cause. And this entire run is probably a lost cause at this point. You don't lose that much health within seconds and go, yeah, everything is absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong here. Yeah, electric mages are very dangerous, especially when they come in groups of anything larger than 1. Okay, I think we need to just write that off, pick that up. Yeah, that worked. So what makes the twins domain so difficult to deal with on higher difficulty levels is the idea that everything hits multiple times and they all have really dangerous homing attacks. It is definitely not the kind of thing you want to see on a high difficulty level, and as you can see, it was not looking good for me. So even my own runs are beating me at the moment, but I think that changing Bubble Blast to Wavefront and Bubble Barrage to Tidal Blast is much more workable. That is a much more stable version of the same run while keeping the whole bubble theme intact. So hopefully you guys enjoyed my revisit of that particular build. Next time we convene, we will try revisiting another build that beat me during the Appreciation Week and see if we can't tweak that one to become a victory as well. So thank you guys very much for watching and continuing to support me. I really do appreciate it. Drop me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube stats that they want you to do. I hope you're having a fantastic day or night wherever you may happen to be, and I will catch you guys in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and take care, everybody. No, that's not right.